Oh, and welcome back to Nothing Nothing after like 6 months or 7 months almost. So, I went record shopping finally because, well, the virus has been a little everywhere and closed up the shop, but not a real thing, at least here. But it's longer because our current status is going bad. Anyway, let's just get right to it, shall we? Okay. First up, we have Frank Sinatra's Come Back to Sarrento. This is from 1959. This is a compilation. The sleeve is white, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull out the sleeve. Okay, I guess I'm struggling a little bit already. There we go. This is a 6i Columbia, so this tells you this is before 1962, I believe. How the 6i is determined is the Columbia label has 3 eyes to it. 3 on each side, 3 of the Columbia logo. And there you are for that one. Next up, after the plastic sleeves, add some extras, is Frank Sinatra, September of My Years. Now, as you know, I already have one of these copies because of the accidental My Way purchase, but I got another one, so I have a full version this time. Let's see which way are you coming out. Okay. Do not do what I've been doing. It's just I'm just doing this in a hurry. Here, let's look at the record here. I'm not showing the sleeve because it's incorrect. Now you've already seen this before, so I'm just gonna fast glance it. But this is the mono edition, as clearly stated. There. Next up, we have Frank Sinatra's "Try a Little Tenderness." So that one was from 1965. This one is from, I want to say, it's a collection of sorts, so maybe 60s. Okay, so this is on the Pitwick Capital series. This was a re-release, very much, with the Rainbow Capital label. And yes, I did. I was going through the bin. I cut my finger by accident. So yeah, be careful. And then we move on to 1970, 69, 70, with Ticket to Ride by the Carpenters, or originally called Offering. This is a former store. If you've been to one of these, leave a comment about it and what you thought about it. As it says here, this album was previously released under the title of Offering. It has been redesigned and retitled Ticket to Ride. However, the tunes remain the same. Let me show you the side. Now let's pull up the disc. I believe the sleeve is blank, so I'm just going to go. Actually, I'll pull the sleeve out from here. Just see if it's blank. Okay. Oh, there's something on it. Okay, so it says you can write in for the lyrics for these songs. And that's all that. In 1974, Frank Sinatra made a return to the music business with this album. Old Blue Eyes is Back. I'm blocking out something because it's not original, so I'm just going to ignore it. There's a photo of Frank Sinatra. And we have Sinatra on his own Reprise label. Next up, we have Fleetwood Mac with their album Penguin. This was their first album they were ever associated with the Penguin. Once again, they were on Reprise, just like that Sinatra we just saw before. So you're going to see a Reprise label. This helps further complete the Fleetwood Mac collection, even though I'm not really trying to collect this early Fleetwood Mac. It was just there, and it was pretty cheap, so I got it. Next up, from 1975, we got Main Course by the Bee Gees. This is in really good shape, which is nice for me, so it'll look really good on display. We have your lyrics on the slides with a photo of them. They were on RSO at this date. This was their first real RSO success in a long time. I won't be doing any comparisons today, so you will just be seeing the discs, just as they are. But this matches my Best of the Bee Gees disc. And then we have Bob Seger with his Silver Bullet Band with Live Bullet from 1976. This is a gatefold and a double disc. So I will show you both in just a second here. Now I have a suspicion that these are blank. Yeah. And they're orange capital logos, so I'm going to show both. There's something special on the disc or something, which I don't see, so we'll move on. And then we have another smooth jazz classic album, Chuck Malone's Maglione's Feel So Good. And still in its original plastic. I got a lot of these in the original plastic today. Original shrink wrap. So a few of his other albums. I saw this one actually today too. We got a track listing or lyrics for one of his songs. This looks like my Carpenters and my Sticks albums that I have. I might play this since we're done here. Then we got Andy Gibb for his second solo album, Shadow Dancing. Again, it's a blank sleeve, and I'll just leave it in here. This looks like Saturday Night Fever, which I own. It's about the same time period, actually. Now we move into 1979 with Grover Washington Jr.'s Paradise. I've actually kind of been hooked on this guy lately, so I'm kind of getting all his albums now. Okay, let's pull this out. Okay, so there's a photo of him with, it looks like a tenor saxophone, which he was known for. And then Electra, the Electra Butterfly, which was common at that time. This might be the last time it was actually used, though. Next up, we have Andy Gibb on his After Dark album, his last album that he technically released. Unfortunately, unlike the Bee Gees, his career was really short. Do not do what I've been doing, by the way. So we have all the people on the record. It's on the paper sleeve. Looks like we got credits. I suspect this is going to look like another RSO, so I'm just, if it is, I'll just quickly show it. As it is, so I'm just going to quickly flash fly for you. Now we have Queen, The Game, from 1980, with your favorites, probably, with Another One Bites the Dust, Crazy Little Thing Called Love, and Save Me. They were on Electra here at this time, and this is in horrible shape, but it's still original, so it's good enough for me. And the record looks in really good shape, surprisingly. Next up, we have the Eagles in 1980 with their live album, to fill an obligation to their contract as they were coming apart. This actually looks really good too. I will open it up real quick, and there is a poster. I will open it up, just give me 1 second here. Okay, so here's the front of the poster, and it's a little ripped, my fault. But this is not the Eagles. This is actually one of the touring bands that were with them at that time. And if I carefully flip it over as best I can. 1 second. That's a problem with the ripped poster. It's hard to turn over. But this is what's on the back. It shows everybody who was in the band at that time, plus tour and their producer. Now onto the inside. Just real quick. Sorry, I'm starting to run out of time. Here's one of your discs. I saw these have paper sleeves that have stuff on it, so I'm going to show you each one of them. It probably tells you what's on each disc. Ooh, jeez, do not go. I don't want to damage any of this. I'm trying to be careful. A folded up corner, not good. But we'll deal with it. Next up, we have Bob Seger and his Silver Bullet Band again in 1980 with Against the Wind. It appears I'm losing my light. Must be about to rain again. So let's just go a little quicker then. So we have part of his band at that time, and your lyrics. I assume this is going to be another orange capital, so I'm just going to quickly check. Oh, nope. It's a special label. For this one. Okay. Then in 1983 or 4, something like 82, 83, 84, I got a 12-inch that was released. Daryl Hall and John Oates' Family Man, backed with She's a Maneater. Still somewhat in its original shrink wrap. I'm just going to show you the thing because it's in the sleeve. It was from their album H2O. This is a special dance remix, which I will try to listen to when it gets into needles first, but I will do that. In 1982, in IS album, apparently. In 1982, The Who released their last official album until they went on break for a while. Some of your favorites might be on here. Athena, for example. Or Eminence Front, which is one of my favorites. Apparently this front thing is supposed to partially represent Tommy, their famous movie and album from 1969. Got your lyrics on the sheets. I think this might be the Eminence Front side. Let's see. It appears not. However, that is your lyrics. And lastly, your label for Warner Brothers. This looks very common. That's what they were released on here this time. And with that, that is every record I have gotten. So, I thank you for watching and sticking around for me, even during this crazy time, and willing to stay subscribed. And I might be doing another one of these again, and soon. So, stay tuned.